It was on a chair. Yeah, I put it up there. It was on a chair on the floor, and it looks like the holders are still on the wall, but I don't know. Did it? Like during one of the classes? Oh, yes. I dug these clothes out of the bottom of my dresser. I haven't worn these pants in a while, and they're kind of restrictive, so hopefully this goes well. And the shirt is itchy, so I'm already in a bad mood. Is it the hamstring? Okay, I got some stuff for that. She did look pretty bored, like through it. I wanted to say, just close your eyes. Yeah. I can make it more visible. Or does that work for now? You're like, are we done yet? Let's see. Can you see that? Okay. Hello, can you hear me? see.
No, that's what I put it in.
Okay, I hear you now.
We're trying to
Welcome.
figure out if you could. We learned from Janine that it's better if you can see us. That way we're not sitting back eating snacks.
You can sit back and eat snacks anytime you like.
No, not during the whole class.
I won't mind.
Start reading.
So for this class, I have 2 blocks and a strap. So if you have anything that would work for that, maybe a pillow or a pet, maybe a baby. Okay. How are you guys doing?
We're fine. How about you?
Excellent. So welcome. Just get comfortable and we'll get started here. I guess we're a minute past. We'll get started now if you're ready.
Well, there.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and mute you, but just wave your arms at me if you need anything.
Okay.
All right, welcome. Go ahead and grab a seat and maybe elevate the hips up, maybe on a pillow or a block. This will help with the hips. You just want to get the hips higher than the knees. And from here, we'll find a tall spine, sitting up tall. Just kind of lift the chest up, maybe place the hands on the knees. Keep the eyes gentle or closed. And start to find your breath. Start to feel your rib cage expand in 360 degrees. And at the top of the inhale, maybe pause for a little bit, starting to control our breath. And at the bottom of the exhale, we'll pause for a little bit as well. Try to match the inhale with the exhale, the length. And with your eyes gentle or closed, I want you to think about somebody in your life, somebody that is beautiful. And I don't mean aesthetically beautiful. I mean someone that you just want to be around because they have this energy with them. And to the best of your ability, I want you to imagine yourself with that same energy, projecting, having that same glow. When you're ready, I want you to take a deep inhale and constrict your throat just a little bit, like you're going to make a Darth Vader sound, and exhale the breath out through your nose. And with your inhale, keep that same restriction. Just keep that going back and forth. This is called our Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. It starts to build heat within the body, something that might be desired for this windy day. And to complement that, we'll do a Linga Mudra. What we're going to do is interlace our fingers, and we're just going to wrap our forefinger and our thumb around the right thumb. Our right thumb is our fire element, and this will create a heat within the body as well. You can just settle down both hands into the lap. Take a few more breath cycles here. I'm going to step up and just close the back door in the room. When you're ready, you can go ahead and release that mudra, kind of blink your eyes open. Keep that Ujjayi breath through the practice. And when you're ready, we'll lift up off the block. We're going to find our way into tabletop position, stacking the wrist underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Once you have that, I want you to pull your stomach up and in so that you have a strong core. We're going to point our fingertips away from each other and then start to rock from left to right. We're working into the wrist. When you're ready, we'll come to stillness and we'll point our fingertips towards each other. We're just going to go the same movement from left to right. And eventually find stillness. Now we're going to point our fingertips towards our knees. Have the eye of the elbow pointed forward. There you go. And then start to lean back, pressing the hips towards the heels. You're not going to make it very far. When you're ready, we'll come back forward, fingertips forward. We're going to tuck the back toes and sit back on the heels, stretching out the bottom. I don't know if you're like me, but I get aches in the bottom of my feet just from not stretching them out. We'll take the fingertips behind us and interlace the fingers. Once you have that grasp, push them down towards the floor and open up the chest. Bring both the shoulder blades closer together. Relax the shoulders, come back up to center. We're going to take both hands over to the right hip. And drop your head over to the right shoulder. Once you're there, bring your chin down towards your chest. Notice the sensations in the neck. Bring the gaze back up towards the ceiling. Good. Keep breathing. Take your hands over to the left hip. Then bring your chin to the chest. And then bring the gaze up towards the ceiling. Release the hands, and your feet are probably talking to you. So come into tabletop, tap out the feet, energy in the ankles. Good. We're going to roll back onto our sit bones, just crossing the legs, seated on the floor. Ground our right hand into the mat. Left hand's going to come up and over, and we're going to press our rib cage out. Once you get there, take a good couple of cycles of breath. Inhale back up to center. We're going to the other side. Inhale back. Left hand to the right knee. Gentle twist, mainly with the core, not really pulling with the arms. Inhale back to center. Go to the other side. Inhale back to center. Take the hands aside, up overhead, reach tall, long spine. Exhale, reach as far forward as you can. Press the sit bones back. Drop the head towards the mat, round the back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. On your inhale, slowly roll up the spine, placing our hands on our knees. On your inhale, lift up the chest, cow pose. Exhale, round the back, lean back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round back. Inhale, lift up. Good. Exhale, round back. Inhale, let's come back to center. Roll over the knees. We're going to make our way standing at the top of the mat. Once you're here, let's bring our attention to our feet, lift up all the toes. Try to set them down in sequence, but if they don't, that's okay. With a slight bend in the knees, tuck the tailbone, pull the stomach in, lift up the chest, roll out the shoulders, and then pull the chin back over the chest. Maybe while we're here, test just closing your eyes, finding balance. Finding balance physically, finding balance mentally, finding balance emotionally. Flutter the eyes open. And on your inhale, let's bring the hands up to the side, up overhead. Face the palms together, drop the shoulders. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to reach for the toes. Inhale, halfway lift, placing our hands on our thighs, lifting up the chest for a long spine, creating an L shape with the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching for the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, press the hips forward, lean back. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring the heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Loosening up the spine with all these sun salutations. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands on the floor. Take the right foot back. We'll spin the back leg to a 90-degree angle and prepare for warrior two. Coming up, bring the torso upright. So in this pose, we want to have a strong, relax into it eventually. On your inhale, let's flip the front palm, palm up. Exhale, reach down the back leg. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Good. Drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. On your inhale, let's bring the torso upright. We'll have palms up in front of us. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let's take the hands behind us. Keep the palms up. Open up the chest. On your exhale, we're bringing the hands forward, interlacing in front of the toes, rounding the back. On your inhale, we're bringing both hands up overhead. Exhale, back to center. Good. Do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the torso down with the exhale. Finding tabletop position. And then bringing the chest down to the mat, maybe the chin, rolling onto the belly. On your inhale with core only, lift up, baby cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, working the lower back. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, lower. Tuck the back toes. Press up onto the knees. And on your exhale, press the hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet. When you're ready, start to walk your hands back toward your feet into a forward fold at the back of the mat. Once you get there, take the feet to hip width distance apart and bringing both hands into the crooks of the elbows for ragdoll. Let the head drop, relax the neck. Maybe bend one knee at a time, working into the hips, into the hamstrings. When you're ready, release the hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up, reach for the ceiling. On your exhale, drop the hands down. We'll take a big step with the right foot forward. Spin the back foot to a 90-degree angle, finding warrior two on this side. Finding your balance. On your inhale, flip the front palm. Exhale, reach down the back leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, frame the front foot. Spin the back heel up. Drop the back knee. Untuck the toes. On your inhale, we'll lift up the torso, having palms up. On your inhale, bring the hands behind you, open up the chest. Exhale, come forward, round the back. Inhale, bring it up, stretch out the shoulders. Inhale, back to center. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring the torso down, frame the front foot. Finding tabletop. Take the knees wide. Press the sit bones back. Bring the hands far forward as you can. Have the hands and arms kind of at a V shape. They're wide on the mat. Drop the forehead down to the mat. Roll your forehead left and right across the mat, kneading out the third eye, kneading out the forehead. Activate the arms so the elbows are lifted off the mat. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Walk your right hand over to your left and stack the hands for a side bend. Then press the hips even further back if you can. Deep inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, we'll take the hands wide again. Then walk your left hand over to the right hand for a side bend on this side. Resettle the hips. On your inhale, we'll take the hands back wide. Lifting up onto our knees, bringing the hips forward, bringing the knees closer together. And then we'll walk our hands as far forward as we can, maybe dropping down to the elbows. Maybe bringing the chest down as far as you can. Maybe the chin touches the mat. Maybe just the forehead. Puppy dog pose. It's a great heart opener. Also great for the shoulders, getting flexibility. On your next inhale, we'll start to walk the hands back towards us. Finding tabletop. Tucking the toes. On your inhale, we're gonna press the hips up high, downward facing dog. Bring your attention to your hands. I want to make sure that there's no bubble in the palm of your hand. They're glued to the mat. Your fingertips are gripping the mat, protecting the wrist. On your inhale, take your right leg high. Keep the hips level. On your next exhale, bring that foot back down. Inhale, lift up the left leg, hips level. Exhale, bring that foot down. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left leg forward, left leg up. Exhale, lower. We're bringing our left knee forward towards the left wrist. Bring that left foot out to the side of the mat, preparing for half pigeon. We'll settle down our right knee and start to walk that foot further back to your comfort level. If you have a block, if your hips elevated on the left side, grab a block or pillow and just place that underneath the hip to support the hips. This is working the sciatic nerve in our left hip, which is great if you sit at a desk all day. You can find your variation of pigeon. Maybe that's a resting pigeon with the elbows on the ground. Maybe it's just staying upright. It's finding what works for you in this practice. An alternative for pigeon is sitting on the bottom and creating a figure four with the legs. Good. And then starting to bend the knee forward if it feels okay. Good. You should feel that right here in the bent leg. Make sure you're flexing this foot towards the knee to protect that knee. Good. When you're ready, we're going to switch sides. There, however you can. When you're ready, we'll start to come out of this. We're going to make it onto our backs. And since we did the hip opener, we're going to do the opposite. So once we're on our back, up the hips and let the lower back sink back into the mat. We'll lift up our feet and cross the right leg over the left. You can stay right here. You can reach up and grab the shins for a little bit more torque. Also, flex your toes. Your toes should be pointed towards the respective knee. So you're activating the foot and protecting that knee. You can stay here. You can try to grab your feet for a little more torque. This pose is called whale's tail. When you're ready, we'll switch sides. Just uncrossing the legs. Maybe bring the feet down really quick and just windshield wipering the knees left and right to really hips. Eventually lifting those feet back up, crossing up, finding your variation of the pose. This side might be different. That's okay. You're ready. We'll go ahead and release that. Maybe do that windshield wiper with the knees one more time. Slowly we'll roll over on the one side, making our way back up to a seated posture. Bring the soles of the feet together and push them out far away from you, creating a diamond shape. And if you have a block or something that you can support your head with, we'll place that on the soles of the feet and start to come forward and just round the back. Some days we'd have to use 2 blocks even, that's okay. As long as you get that head support so you can relax the back of the neck. Wherever you're at, focus on your breath. These poses can be aggravating sometimes. And as long as it's not a burning sensation or a very painful situation, we try to sit in the discomfort just a little bit. On your next inhale, we're going to lift up and remove the blocks. Soles of the feet on the floor, windshield wiper the legs again. And kind of angle, soles of the feet on behind you. On your inhale, we're going to lift up the hips for a reverse tabletop. Exhale, release the hips back down. Extend the legs long. Inhale the hands up overhead, long spine. Exhale, reach for your toes. Maybe grab the shins or the toes. Keep the chin lifted. Pull the shoulders back. Good. On your inhale, bring the torso upright. Bend the knees. Soles of the feet on the floor, fingertips pointed away. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, lower, come all the way down. Straighten out the feet. Inhale the hands up high. Exhale, forward fold, this time passive. Round the back, drop the head. Just use gravity, don't pull on anything. On your inhale, start to roll up the spine. Bring the soles of the feet together. Pull them in close. Cobbler's pose. Grab the soles of the feet and open them up like a book. This will drop the knees, opening up the hips. Press your elbows into your thighs. Keep the chin lifted and just lean forward just a little bit. On your inhale, roll up the spine. Help your knees up with your hands. That was a deep stretch. And just wiper the knees left and right. Roll over the feet and in tabletop position. Since we did all that hip work with opening the hips and also whale tail with the inward spiral, we'll start to get fire hydrant in with creating a rotation of the hips. I'll let your imagination decide why they call this fire hydrant. And then take the rotation the opposite direction. And release. We'll go to the other side. Rotations, either direction. We'll go both. And switch directions. And release down. Cross the legs, roll back onto the sit bones. Bring the soles of the feet back forward, grounded into the mat. Grab the knees, lean back, lift up the chest. Maybe bring one foot off the floor. Both feet. If that doesn't work, stick with one. Just rotate between the two. You can also let go of the knees, a little bit more core. You can also extend the legs. You can also rock and roll if you want. Then release. When you're ready. Lose some more windshield wipers, releasing the hips again. This time we'll reach down and grab the toes. These fingers on the toes. More effort. Maybe you just stay right here. Or you bring the feet up. As long as you're having fun, because this is just a practice. It's nothing to be serious about. Might try rock and rolling with this. I always get scared and let go of my toes. Eventually we settle down. Let's roll onto our bellies. We'll work with the lower back a little bit, preparing for shoveling snow. We'll stack our elbows underneath the shoulders, Sphinx pose. Pulling the hands back towards the hips. And real quick, just let your shoulder, and then re-engage. Pull the stomach up and in, so maybe it's up off the mat. Breathe into it. On your next exhale, take your elbows wide. You're gonna create a diamond with your forefingers and thumbs. Point the toes out, heels in. Drop the forehead to the hands. Crocodile pose. Come back to center. On your next inhale, lift up the torso, coming back to Sphinx pose. Bringing the feet back together, knees back together. You can stay in our original Sphinx pose, or you can take your hands to a 45-degree angle and press up into straight elbows, eyes of the elbows forward, so you're opening up the shoulders. This is a much deeper lower back bend. So if it doesn't feel good, come back to original Sphinx. If you want a little bit more, you can bend the knees, soles of the feet towards the ceiling. If that's still not enough, you can place your head into your feet. I've seen people do it. And exhale, lower back down onto your belly. Crocodile, hands, but keep the feet up. Windshield wiper the feet left and right, releasing the lower back. When you're ready, settle down the feet, bring them close together. Hands are gonna come by the hips, palms down. Drop the chin down to the mat. Keep breathing. On your inhale, lift the hands up, opening up the shoulders, lifting up the chest off the mat. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. If you want a little bit more, add the feet, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, your choice. Exhale, lower. Bring the right ear to the mat, left hand's gonna go out and create like a 90-degree angle. Left leg, 90-degree angle as well, just like you're taking a nap. On your inhale, start to come back to center. Placing the hand beside the rib cage, tuck the back toes, press up onto the knees. You can untuck the toes or have them tucked here. On your exhale, we're gonna come to chaturanga, bringing the elbows next to the rib cage. Knees are still down, unless you want more power. Inhale back up to high. Exhale down to chaturanga. Inhale back up. Exhale down. Inhale back up. Let's do one more. You guys didn't know this was a power class. Inhale back up. Toes tucked. Exhale, press the hips up high, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. When you're ready, baby step to the top of the mat into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, reaching for the ceiling. Exhale, fold. Release the hand, stay up. Step to the back of the mat. And we'll step our left foot forward, but not very far. Kind of like an Egyptian stance. Then give a little bit of a twist to your hips. Good. Place your hands on your hips. On your inhale, lift the chest up high, lean back a little bit. On your exhale, come forward to your degree. What feels good to you in your hips? Maybe drop your head. On your next inhale, we're gonna raise up the torso, finding center, hands on the hips. Placing our balance in our heels, we're gonna start to spin to the other side, facing the other direction. Take a deep inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Finding your variation. This side might feel very different. Be patient. On your inhale, start to lift up the torso, finding balance. Making our way back to center. Bring the legs together. Actually have the feet at hip distance apart. Ground into the left foot. We're bringing the right leg up. We're going to create a 90-degree angle with our hip, our knee, and our ankle. Good. Finding tree pose at your speed. Placing the sole of the foot on the calf and pressing those two surfaces together, pressing the hips forward, lifting up the chest. You can also kickstand the feet where your toes rest on the ground. Just make sure you don't place the foot on the knee. Maybe hands to heart center. Coming back to our attention for the practice. Giving yourself grace and gratitude for being here. This is also working into the Muladhara, the base of our support. On your inhale, we're gonna bring this right leg forward. We'll try to straighten it out in front of us. And then just create some micro dips. Getting ready for ski season. Making the knees strong. When you're ready, we'll release, take it out. Good. Ground into the right leg. We're bringing, creating those 90-degree angles. Finding triangles on this side. Remembering to push the hips forward once you get there. Lifting up the chest. Maybe hands to heart center. You start to lose balance, focus on pressing that big toe into the mat. A lot of times that helps. When you're ready, we're gonna come back forward with the knee. Maybe bring that leg forward and elevated. Doing those micro dips. Good. Having fun with it. And when you're ready, shake that out. Take our feet wide, our toes wide, 45-degree angle. Same angle as our thighs. And start to squat down into Malasana. For this one, we're going to have a supported Malasana, grabbing a block and just sitting on the block. This will give us the support, but also the stretch. And we're pressing our elbows into our knees, maybe palms in front. Keep breathing. You can stay right here, or we can start to work with twist, bringing our left hand in front of us, taking the right hand, just placing it on the knee, and just opening up our chest. Turning the head too, if that feels good. On your next inhale, we'll come back to center. Find our hands at heart center. Re-lengthening the spine by lifting up our chest. And then on our exhale, right hand in front of the right foot, left hand on the knee, opening up the chest. On your inhale, we come back to center. We're gonna bring our hands down to the mat and have our knees just into the back of the arms. This is gonna be a fully supported version of crow, but if you wanna do full crow, you can. We're just gonna put a little bit of weight into the hands. We're still gonna have 4 points of contact, but enough weight into the hands so that you notice the tension in your body. You notice the breath change. That's where the yoga is at. It's not becoming a gymnast or anything. That's all just for fun. It's noticing these life changes that put us in tense situations where we have to focus. On your exhale, release back down, finding our block to sit on maybe. Hands to heart center, not really pressing into the knees this time, but roll out the wrist since we put all that pressure into them. Maybe bring in the tops of the arms into our rib cage. If you do get that, go ahead and flap them because that entertains me. And release, shake it out. Take the hands up high, flick the fingers. We're just going to do this for about 5 minutes, see if you feel it. I'm waiting for the first facial expression of discomfort. All right. Maybe shake it out again. I don't know. Do what feels good to you. Make your way onto our backs. We're grabbing the strap along the way. Do both of you at home have straps or something that you can place your foot into too? Excellent. Okay. So on our backs, when you're ready, we'll let go of the leg or the foot. We're going to bring that knee across the chest for supine twist. When you're ready, we'll start to roll out of this twist. Right arm. And when you're ready, we start to come out of this twist. Maybe sinking the feet into the floor, lifting up the hips, and resettling the hips. Extending the legs long and finding our final pose, Shavasana. Having our hands beside our hips. Maybe bringing the chin down towards the chest. Extending the back of the neck. Releasing the tongue from the top of your mouth. Relaxing the jaw. With the eyes closed, take your gaze towards your forehead. Keeping the eyes closed, taking your gaze towards your chin. Bring the eyes back to center and relax. Keeping the eyes closed, look towards the right ear. And to the left ear. Eyes back to center, let them relax. And with your natural breath, start to count down from 27. I inhale 27. I exhale 27. We'll be here for a couple minutes. Start to come back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes. Start to move the joints. Maybe turn your head from left to right. We'll bend the knees and place the soles of the feet on the floor. If you want more energy, you'll roll over onto your left side with the right nostril up. If you want more of a calming effect, you'll roll over onto your right side with the left nostril up. Working the Ida and Pingala energies. Rest in your head and the arm. And with the top arm, I want you to reach down and close off the bottom nostril. And just breathe in and out of the top nostril. And while you're here, I want you to think about one thing in your life that you are passionate about. I want you to think about what kind of energy or fire that you are bringing to that passion. Is it enough energy? Shiva Ray says, tend the sacred fire of your heart. That's what keeps us alive. Keeping the eyes gentle or closed. Release the nostril. Come back to your natural breath and press the top hand into the mat, finding an easy seated posture. Maybe hands to heart center, dropping the chin. Once again, finding your intention for the practice that's been with you this whole time. Loka, samasta, sukhino, bhavantu. May all beings find peace, love, and joy in this life, and may we contribute to that. Namaste. Have a wonderful night. Take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. Stay out of the wind. Hi, it was good seeing you both.